Yeah, good morning. Fighters, street fighters, professional fighters, MMA fighters, any fighters, they're not frightened of any man. They're not frightened of people. They're not frightened of men. You know, they go, that's what they do. They get in the ring, they fight. They might find someone who's better than them, but they're not frightened of no man, yeah? Because that's what they do. And for people to say about Paul Sykes being frightened of X amount of people, he wasn't frightened of no one, mate. Lenny McLean wasn't frightened of no one. Roy Shaw, not frightened of no one. Me, not frightened of no one. They're not frightened of no one. We're not fighting anybody. Do you understand? We're not frightened of them. That's what we're about. We're men. So when people say, like, I don't like it when people say, yeah, he was fighting this man. He was fighting. Paul Sykes was not afraid of any man. Lee Duffy, he wasn't afraid of Lee Duffy. Come on, be fair, mate. He'd have punched Lee Duffy all around the gaff. Paul Sykes was a proper man. I see him when he fought John L. Gardner. I watched that fight about 4 or 5 times now. And he did not turn his back on John L. Gardner. He turned to the side. Yeah, he was going to get stopped anyway. The referee was going to stop it because he wasn't returning no punches. When John L. Gardner was delivering punches, Paul Sykes was just taking them, so he was going to get stopped anyway, but he didn't turn his back. And, I don't like to hear people saying about Paul Sykes, he was a coward and he wouldn't fight. He turned his back on him and all this, that and the other. And then the people saying Paul Sykes was fighting of him, fighting of that. Listen, we're all fighters. We're not fighting of any man. If we get in the ring and we get beat, we get beat. We're not fighting of them. You know what I mean? We go in the street and someone was, fighting of them, you'll have a fight with them. You're not fighting of them. If you get beat, you're not fighting of them, mate. Do you know what I mean? It pisses me off when I get certain people saying, that Paul Sykes was frightened. Nah, mate. He's Paul Sykes. I like Paul Sykes because he was similar to me, yeah? Where he's done all that bird. He's been in prison most of his life. All he'd done in prison was train. Similar to me, all I'd done in prison was train. And I loved my training. If you're going to go in prison, best place to train is in prison because every day that's all you want to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, Paul Sykes. Don't, listen, I run Lenny down, right? But what I won't say about Lenny, I ain't saying that Lenny was afraid of no man. He wasn't afraid of no man. Roy Shaw, not afraid of no man. None of us was afraid of any man. So people to say that Paul Sykes was afraid of someone, they're lies. Nice one.